Hi everyone, my name is Charlie and today I am going to be doing a currently reading video. I am 318 pages into The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This won the Booker Prize in 2013 and at the moment I'm not quite sure how to describe what it's about. On the back and in other videos I've seen people mention that it's a Victorian pastiche, and it very much feels like that. The Luminaries, it borrows stylistic devices and conflicts and characters from other fictions, other genres, and it pieces them together, and I am really enjoying the book and I'm really enjoying taking my time with it and seeing all these Dickensian influences, and the writing style, although it is quite a Victorian style, it seems quite fast-paced and quite modern, and the dialogue is more modern than you would expect. I like the mystery, I like the intrigue, and I am looking forward to finishing this one. Another book I am listening to on audiobook is The Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. I made a decision this year that I wanted to read as many of the Dickens novels as I could. I've said he's my favourite writer for years, being pretentious, having only read The Christmas Carol. I have now read Nicholas Nickleby and The Old Curiosity Shop, and The Pickwick Papers at the moment is by far my favourite. It is Charles Dickens' first work and follows eponymous Mr. Pickwick as he goes about his adventures. I saw on Wikipedia people mention that it's a bit like Don Quixote, which I do have to read. I'm reading The Pickwick Papers and I've seen a few of the adaptations on television. I know what's going to happen in other books by Dickens, and I'm seeing the first ideas and the first inklings of these ideas in The Pickwick Papers. You have references that seem to be like the main plot of Bleak House and A Christmas Carol, and all these other books of Dickens seem to begin and take form here with different characters, and I'm very much enjoying The Pickwick Papers. I am 371 pages into this. This is the Wordsworth edition. I'm nearly halfway through, so hopefully I will finish this book within the next week. Now, because these books are quite large and because I've decided I want to try and get into writing more poetry, I've written lyrics for years, but poetry is something that still eludes me. I have been told I can write poetry, I have written poetry, I have entered poetry into competitions before, but it still is something I enjoy, but I can't understand everything behind it. Last year I subscribed to the Rialto, so I've been reading the Summer 2015 edition in between The Luminaries and The Pickwick Papers, because sometimes you just need a break, and some of the poems in here are just fantastic. I've not read them all, there are quite a lot, but I can recommend this. Also, my favourite cover so far of being subscribed to the Rialto is this one, and I'm also dipping in and out of... which one's this? I'm dipping in and out of Winter's End 2015 as well. I think I was having a conversation with Joy Winkler at the writers group I attend, and she said she's the former Cheshire Poet Laureate, and she said she doesn't think people read poetry collections anymore. And honestly, it's true for me. I skim poetry collections. Apart from Stag's Leap by Sharon Olds, I haven't actually sat through a poetry collection and read it from beginning to end. And sometimes I think there is a reason the poets chose to present these poems in a certain way, so you can see a story formulating. I think that's something more I need to do and look at in future, is reading more poetry collections, and I do have quite a few. I rearranged my shelves last week. I made an entire other video that you won't see because I wrote down every single book that I haven't read on these shelves, realised I actually had too many, and I am now in the process of unhauling more books. I've already got nearly 2 boxes full of books to give away because some of them I didn't even know I owned anymore, and some of them I've decided that they're books I think would be much better suited to just getting out of the library when I actually feel like I have time for them. And right now I don't feel like I have time for them. I only want to own the books that I know I'm going to reread, and I know that I'm going to read these books once and never look at them again. So that is that. I'm hoping to finish the Luminaries and the Pickwick Papers within the next week, and then get through some more of the books I included in my September TBR. As I said, you were getting a completely different video. And I refuse to record a book haul yet, because I might have already purchased 7 books. Yeah, I've definitely purchased 7 books since the start of September, and we're only on day 12. And I don't have that kind of money. Luckily, someone just gave me one of them. But I'll tell you more about that at the end of the month, in my September book haul. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.